Hey there, we're going to go over 9 things that I wish that I knew before diving in to Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. No story spoilers, but this is assuming that you have at least played the game up until you leave the original starting Sky Island and have at least gone underground even once. Just some little tips for those who are just starting or started a bit late, or maybe haven't explored as much as I have. I'm Solace, this is Solace and Dread. We produce reaction videos as well as analytical content primarily focused on Nintendo, Square Enix, and Capcom publications. Starting with number 1, which is Amiibo functions. You don't really get access to Amiibo right away. You actually get it as soon as you leave the starting area and you touch down onto the surface world. Once you do get them though, if you want to give yourself a little bit of a boost, I cannot recommend using your Amiibo enough. If you have them, dust them off, pull them out of that box in the closet and start scanning them in. There are outfits that you get, a lot of them, but you actually can get these outfits throughout the game. You don't need the Amiibo at all. That has been confirmed. But some of these outfits are out in the world in some of the toughest areas to access. So if you want to give yourself a head start, this is the ticket. In addition to that, you can get a lot of exclusive gliders, and those don't really do anything, which actually broke my heart a little bit. I was hoping that the gliders would have different properties. You can get different glider fabrics. Some of them are really fun and funky. Tip number 2, in the event that you are running out of meal space, what would be smart to do is roast some chicken or roast some meat, because those stack in your meals and then they will take less space. So you can kind of spam those when you need to, and you don't have to worry about running out of meal space. The key to those is cooking those on an open fire and not roasting them in a pot. There is still a meal limit, and that will save you the space. Tip number 3, shrines are lessons. Playing in the shrines, you actually do refine and learn a lot more mechanics than you might have otherwise experienced. And they're almost practice for what's to come in the dungeons and future trials that you'll have to face playing through Tears of the Kingdom. So while I understand the want to just rough it and go, you really can just do a few shrines and really learn what the game has to offer you. And honestly, I wish that I had done a few of those before going around and getting every single tower in the game with only 4 hearts and no additional stamina. Despite being a Breath of the Wild veteran, I still made the idiotic mistake of doing exactly that. Piggybacking on the shrines being lessons, sometimes the building tends to feel cumbersome and you don't necessarily want to do it at first. Honestly, just do it. And the more you get comfortable with it, the more enjoyment you will find in building. Take the lesson the game is trying to hand you. Otherwise, you will be sorely missing that lesson later on. Let's talk about the power of the ability Recall. It's great that you can reverse the course of something that is thrown at you. It's great that you can bring materials back to you, but there are certain things that it does that the game doesn't really tell you, but you can figure it out and use it to great advantage. I don't know if it was an oversight by the developers or if they just wanted you to maybe figure it out on your own. Allow me to explain. Putting a bird out into the air, holding it there, and then bringing it back using Ultra Hand, then hopping on that bird and reversing its course will automatically put you in the air, and then you can cancel its trajectory in time and it will send you launching, just like what is shown here. It's great to use when you find yourself building one of these amazing Zonai birds or contraptions or flying machines, and then you try to drop it into the air and it just crumbles or falls to its death, and you are left with nothing but disappointment and lost Zonai devices. Additionally, if you are doing something that is really high up, you can drop one of your Zonai devices like a sled or a cart and follow it down to wherever it landed. If you wanted to explore something deep, say you don't have the ability to get back up there, you can just reverse time on the item that you dropped and climb on top of it and send yourself back. You can imagine the infinite uses for this. It'll give you easier times in dungeons, being able to get to places that you might not have otherwise been able to on your own. Tip number 5 is get the glide shirt as early as possible. One of the things that I wish that I had known to grab early as somebody who likes to explore is the glide suit. What that allows you to do is angle yourself better during your dives when you launch from a tower or jump from somewhere or what have you. It's actually in a mini game that's accessible just by jumping from the Lindor's Brow tower, which is just west of where you're supposed to start. And the game tries to really push you in the northwestern area anyway for story reasons. You don't have to go that way, but they do try to push you there. It's right along the path, and it will save you a ton of work. If you nail the challenge in under 35 seconds, it gives you the glide shirt. Now you can do it again under 20 seconds and it gives you an additional prize. You can find out for yourself what it is. It's not as useful obviously as the glide shirt, but it is still pretty great. Tip number 6, follow the main story quest. Now I'm including this one because I see a lot of people make this mistake. So if you see this video before you started the game or before you got too far in the game, I really have to encourage that you listen to this one. Follow the main story quest at the very least until you get your glider. You get it actually pretty early, but it is deceiving because you don't really know that it's coming. So if you follow the story up until that point, you have access to a lot more of the world. Of course, you can do things in any order you want. It's just the more you stick to the story and where the game is subtly trying to push you, the better off you will be in when you do decide to explore. Tip number 7, save your bomb flowers, because man, you will need them when you need them. If you decide not to follow the MSQ very much and you decide you want to go and explore, they will set you up in the beginning with a ton of arrows and a ton of bomb flowers. They're rare. When you do find bomb flowers in the beginning, you will find a lot, but you quickly run out. And the thing is, they're kind of the easy nuclear option against a lot of more powerful mobs. So maybe hold on to some of those. There's a ton of things to fuse your arrows with besides bombs, but those bomb flowers are just wonderful. Don't waste them on rocks. Don't waste them on mobs that you don't feel like dealing with. Save them for the bigger guys, at least in the beginning of the game. Tip number 8, should you decide you're going to go explore the depths of Hyrule or the underground world, there's going to be times where you need to grab a light root, and that has a lot of benefits. Like, it gets rid of the gloom that you are infected with, and they serve as points of reference. It can be hard to find them because it's pitch black down there. Yes, there are a lot of tools and you can find your way, but one of the helpful tips is on the surface world where there are shrines, there is a directly correlating light root in the underground world. So you can actually pin any shrine that you find on the map, and you can guarantee that you will find yourself a light root directly underneath it, almost as if they're connected, probably because they are. Tip number 9, Zonai devices are important. That kind of comes as a no-brainer, but they are important. So when you're traveling the world and you see one of the gacha machines that is asking for a Zonai horn or Zonai charges, large or small, take a few minutes and spend those charges and get yourself some of those Zonai devices. I wish somebody had told me when I started playing that using these gacha machines would display everything that they have in them on the map when you look. So when you need a particular part, you can use the map to find whatever part you're looking for, and then just travel to that gacha machine. Additionally, they're usually paired with a shrine, so getting to them isn't too difficult. At least use the gacha machine until you have everything unlocked and you can see what's in it, so you don't have to wonder where everything is, and maybe you can get your thing that you need in more than one place. they can make traveling not only easier but fun, building crazy flying contraptions and what have you, everything that you'll see on social media. Let me know in the comments if there was any tips that I missed or that you think would be helpful, because I'm not the expert. I haven't finished the game. This is just my limited experience after playing for about 20 to 25 hours and still being minimal progress into the main story quest. So this is just my take, and but let me know if you have a different one or any awesome tips without spoiling too much for people in the comments. That's it from me. If you enjoyed this or you found this useful, please consider sharing it, liking it. It helps us a lot. We don't ask for a lot. Subscribe if you want more Tears of the Kingdom or anything Nintendo or Square Enix and Capcom related. We have Street Fighter 6 and Final Fantasy 16 coming down the road. We're going to do a lot of character dives on some of the characters in Final Fantasy 16. I'm really excited for what's to come with that game, but we're going to have a ton of content on Tears of the Kingdom. If you enjoyed this, if you enjoy Tears of the Kingdom, if you want some of our wackier takes and to see what we're up to, you can come and watch us live over on twitch.tv/SolaceandDread. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon, and long live the Turtle Kingdom.